This scaly effect is gonna have to grow on me, I'm not gonna lie to you. It feels pretty nice, I won't lie to you. Compared to, like, I've got the SSP2s lower. I hated that lower. It took me about 9 months to start appreciating what the lower felt like. Until this day, I still have grip pads and things like that just to make it feel that little bit extra. Whereas this could potentially stay stock, you know, because it actually feels pretty nice. Like, the gun feels, even weight wise, it feels pretty nice. I like what they've done with the rail. So there's a dip in the rail that's not on the originals, because I'm looking at my 5.1 right here, which is a Vorsk standard 5.1, and that doesn't have the dip. It's just a rail system, and you might be like, oh, that's not important, but it kind of is, because before I had like this rail kit that would go over the gun and allow you to put like a red dot at the top or whatever you wanted to put, and it didn't like going on this because there's no dip, and it has like a line that holds it towards the lower of the gun. Whereas with this, it would slide right on perfectly, because obviously there's the dip that allows the little rectangle / square thing to go through. So well done again, Vorsk, on that. You're growing with the marketplace, or the aftermarket place. I always love the 4.5 ACP at the top that they do. I'm glad that they've left that, because that's on the standards. Oh, that feels really nice. As tired as I am, that feels really nice. That hammer feels really clean as well, especially for the price of the gun. If you was to buy a TM, you're at least spending a 150, 160, 170, depending on which one you buy. It might even go up in price, like to a 250, £300 gun, depending on the model. This I spent £100 on, and then the 5.1, when I first bought that, I bought that for 130 or 140, one of those two. So yeah, I know I'm silent, but I'm silent because I'm quite shocked. I like the new magwell system, because the old magwell is just stock like this one. It's just like a normal standard magwell, which is nice because it makes it easier to load the mag. But this magwell looks it looks custom. Like, I'll give them that. I don't really like the detailing on the top in terms of where it says custom shop. I feel like they should have just left that out and just left it saying Vorsk. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need to know like custom shop is on the box already. Or they should have just left it. Cause the Vengence, I like how that seats on that side. You've obviously got your 6mm, then your serial number for the gun. Yeah, fluted barrel, but it's a really short one, because obviously this is the 3.8 version, not the 4.3 or the 5.1. And then obviously they do the 6.1, which is the Titan 7, which I till this day have one. That's my gun that's in the kit, but I've shortened the barrel down to a 5.1's barrel. But I've used the same upper because they've got like a short stroke kit, so it's not a full slide, it's like a quarter slide. It's like probably that much of a slide. It's so cool. Return on it is so amazing. What else can I say? I know I don't sound excited, but it's because the gun is actually pretty cool. Like the trigger, I really like this trigger. I feel like this is probably the best high capper trigger I've come across on a Vorsk ever. It just feels nice. Your finger wants the seat there. The clearance is nice. What's the travel like? Yeah, it's not too bad. It's quite clean. It's not perfect, but yeah, man, that's clean. Especially for a cheaper side gun. Like the inner barrel looks like it reaches probably about here, so right at the end of the inner barrel. Lock system feels pretty nice. Release feels pretty nice. I probably will upgrade that recoil spring over time. Not because it's bad, but I just like a heavier release. I like to feel like I'm holding the real thing. And don't get me wrong, because the gun's so light, you can feel it. Like for a standard user, they would appreciate that. But for example, like my Glock, that's got a 200% recoil spring sitting right there. That thing, every person I pass it to that does that release thing you just see me do, they always look at me and they go, what the fuck? every single person. This has happened on multiple occasions with different friendship groups who don't even know each other, and it's because the spring in there is essentially the spring that you would I say the spring, it's one down from the spring you'd have in the real version of a Glock. So it literally does, when that slide does that return thing, you literally feel the whole gun rattle in your hands, and you're like, fucking hell, like, yeah, I'm saying. And because the upper is metal as well, it's not cheap metal, it's proper like solid steel. Yeah, those two things matched in, beautiful pairing. Boy, I do like it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have much to say because I like it. It just, because I've done so much on the channel to do with high cappers, I'm like, it just feels like an upgraded version of their stock high capper, which I kind of like, because like I said, the magwell feels nice, the scaly thing, it feels all right. Maybe a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 for me, 6.5, because it feels nice. I'm just not used to it, so it's gonna have to grow on to me. It makes me feel like I'm holding an Armor Works gun, and I think that's what I don't like about it. Because with Vorsk, they're very, like, if you notice, this is a Vorsk lower, and they're very clear it's theirs. Do you get what I'm trying to say? They make sure you know what I'm saying, it's theirs. And I kind of like this one because it's got enough grip, but not too much that you're distracted by the grip. Whereas I feel like maybe what I don't like about the scaling is, from you pick it up, it's like your fingers want to start rubbing it. That's distractory. Like, you want to pick up a gun and just get straight into it. Every time I've picked it up so far, it's like my fingers rub against it, and it's almost like my fingers are trying to find where to grip. So that's gonna have to grow on me. The safety does look ambidextrous, but I wouldn't mess about with that too heavily, because it reminds me of the system that's on the standard one, which is the master side is that side and that is secondary side. And one thing I found with safety, if you repetitively use the secondary side on any gun that has dual sides and only one master, guns that have dual master is sick, because it would never break on you really. But guns that have one side that's master and one side that's secondary, yeah, that secondary side, don't really use it, because you'll always notice the master operates and I can do as I please. Every time I use this side, I'm a bit worried, and you can see it's kind of wobbled itself out already. I've had to push it back in. So yeah, maybe stick to the master side. But that goes for most high cappers, 90% of the market. That's how I feel about 90% of the market. I feel like I've only come across maybe 2 or 3 potential guns that don't have this same issue, basically. So, and that's because they were built to be like that. Is that one of them? No, that's not it. It's the other gun. What else can I say? Obviously, it's so much shorter. They should have left that detailing. I don't like the custom shop. I like how the Vorsk sits on there. Vorsk looks nice. The Vengence looks nice. But that custom shop, yeah, don't do that again. Don't do that again. We don't like it. We'll just put CS somewhere, like in small. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you just put some stock. Yeah, man, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Because that's the only thing I don't like about the aesthetic, apart from the scaling. But like I said, I feel like the scaling will grow on me. Magwell looks and feels nice. It also comes with a 23 round mag, which comes with the new base plate, which I do like, because it's the flat one, as opposed to the stock one that came with my other guns. Like you can see, it says Vorsk. I have repainted it so it didn't come looking like this. It's because I spray paint everything, guys, don't judge me. But I prefer the flat ones. I don't know, they seem more realistic. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know, I like the flat ones. They just seem a bit more realistic. And yeah, the spring I upgraded, so it doesn't come stock with a silver steel spring. It's because this mag was giving me drama, so I've literally changed everything on this mag. The gas feed, the spring, the magwell, if you notice, is square as opposed to circular as it should be. I've literally changed everything on this mag. Yeah, even the feed lip looked mad. Even the feed lip is different, so that one's a bit bigger and that one's a bit, so you see, I've literally changed everything on this mag. Even the pulley thing is different. that the Vorsk one has 3, and then my custom one has 1. So yeah, yeah, just so you can see for comparison, the markings basically at the same side though, where it latches. Gas release, like I said, I've changed everything on this mag, so. But yeah, so that's the 23 round mag, and that's it inside the gun. Flip down safety, it doesn't have anything in there anyways, plus I've got glasses on, shatterproof glasses on. To be fair, like, I know I'm sounding mad silent, and I know there's gonna be some commenters like, oh, it's probably not a good gun because he's so quiet compared to all the other stuff. I'm quiet because I'm taking it all in. Like, I actually really like it. You know, when like there's not much I take out the box and I'm like, I don't have much to say about it. I feel like they've thought this through. The detailing is nice. I just don't like the custom shop. The scaling, don't really like it, but it'll grow on me. The shortness, I love the return of the shortness. Recoil spring feels, you know, it doesn't feel too bad with the mag in there, you know, it feels pretty solid. I definitely will upgrade it though, because it feels firm, but I like when the gun rattles a little bit, so it's like you've got to hold the gun straight like while you do that process. But safety feels alright, but again, I feel like they've just put the standard safety in because that side is still very much secondary and you're aware of it. There's the wobble that standardly is on the Vorsk secondary safety side, plus the pushing thing that you have to do every so often. So like I said, just use the master side because yeah, and you see it's still working its way out even with the master side. That's interesting. So that's something I might have to look into, trying to Loctite that or something. Maybe Loctite, yeah, I'll Loctite it at some point. But yeah, like, first ideas, I do like it. Like, it just feels a lot more controllable than the other gun, where the nozzle and the barrel's a lot longer. I wouldn't have been able to slip the gun around like that and catch it like I just did a second ago. Like, it feels a lot more controllable. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, and I'm sure it will holster. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just make sure it holsters. Oh, we don't want that. That's a brand new mag. Don't be like me, take out the mag. Okay, so it does holster. Did I do any damage? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. We are okay. So I literally dropped the mag while trying to put the gun in the holster, because obviously the release button is so close to it. So just take the mag out. Don't be like me, because you don't want to do any damage before you even get a chance to use these things. But it holsters and it releases even with the fiber optic. I would take the holster down, and it actually looks quite nice in the holster, to be fair. Oh, do I take it down? I'll just take it down and show you guys. So you hear me reacting, you're probably like, oh, we want to see it. So this is my holster currently, and it goes in and it comes out pretty nice. Normally the fiber optic can get in the way, but it feels alright, to be fair. And I can adjust it if needs be, just to give myself that little extra added leverage, so it's specifically set up for this gun. So give me 1 sec. Like I said, this is what I'll be running, so I can give myself a bit more travel leverage for that fiber optic to travel through it. Oh no, I didn't do it correct. Matching setting. I do feel like it's still catching though. Give it just about enough room. you see, big boy clearance that. We just tighten that so it sits perfectly, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, bare clearance. Only thing is I don't want it to move that much though when I'm running. Yeah, so far so good, trust me. Like, there's a reason why I'm so silent. I'm just taking it all in. I'm like, I did have my concerns purchasing you, but yeah, man, look at that draw speed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, look at that draw speed, man. This is gonna be mad brazy. Yeah, bruv. And then you get the shot off, and then you can reholster with ease. Yeah, so yeah, she's doing the right thing. The only thing is, I don't think I'm gonna leave a mag in there just because of that release issue. Because all it takes is the gun to move slightly, knock the release. And to be fair, I should be alright, but I just don't want to risk it for a biscuit. Cause I know I'll go out one day, run too hard, the gun moves a bit, and then the mag drops. So I will keep the mag in, say, like my chest plate, because then it's literally just a quick draw from holster, draw from chest plate in, charge, and then I'm good to go. You get like 2-3 second process. So even if I can hear somebody's coming, I'll just drop the main rifle if it's not ready, or sling it, cause that's another thing I'm working on, trying to sling the main rifle, which is actually a good point. I need to sling the main rifle a bit better than it's currently slung. That's all right, but it ain't great. But yeah, so far so good. It does do the whole sound. You know what, let me just chuck it on quick and try that process. Yeah, man, look at that clearance time. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing. Look at that, perfect. And because it's so short, I can draw it a lot quicker and be up there, aimed, ready to go, compared to the fact, like, don't get me wrong, I love a 5.1, I will forever own a 5.1. Like, even if this was to break, God forbid, I will go and purchase 5.1 and upgrade it back to where this one was. I'm not knocking a 5.1, I just don't feel like they're great secondaries, but I don't think they're perfect secondaries for the sake that they're 5.1. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like a Glock would be a better option because of their size. Do you get what I'm saying? The draw speed, how quick to aim and get that centered shot. The only thing I would say with a Glock is they're just not bloody reliable unless you've done all the work to them. So this is the cross between the two. I'm gonna load the mag, I'm gonna chrono, and we'll do that. Do you know what, let me just break it down quick and show you guys so we can see if there's anything straight off the top that is different apart from visuals of how the gun looks. So you're gonna pull that out, put that there. Straight off top, everything does look stock. I'm gonna be honest with ya. So my other 5.1s look exactly the same. I wish I had Sean's gun still here so I could show you. You obviously have your standard nozzle, your standard spring, that's a bit shorter, your plunger, everything's stock, the same metal ring that they normally give you to hold the spring in place so you don't get lockback issues. Hop up, standard hop up with the knob so you can see where your hop is set, which is quite nice. I like that about Vorsk because I own so many I have owned so many WE guns, and their slider you can't really see, so you're guessing. Yeah, so the Glocks, Vorsk, make sure you've sorted that problem. But yeah, I love the little dot thing because it lets you know exactly where the hop's set. What can I say? Everything just looks stock, to be fair. The bucking looks pretty nice though, I will say that. Maybe they've done some kind of upgrade to the bucking, but the bucking looks a bit different. Barrel seating on the hop looks weirdly, interestingly same but different. It's like it's shaped the same, but there's like a little gap in between both of them, if you can see. So that's the top one is the outer barrel, and then the lower bit that is seating on top of is the hop up itself. That's very interesting. No, actually, sorry, the other way around. The bottom bit is the outer barrel and the top bit is the hop up. That's very interesting. She came fairly greased. I probably will re-grease her later on in the week. And you know, I should just grease her now, to be fair, because I'm gonna shoot test her. She did come quite like, what would you call that? Like maintenance, not maintenance, well, but you know, like that. It's almost like Vaseline type thing. They've done that well, because normally when guns have to travel that much distance, you by the time it gets to you, it tends to have a very dry effect all over it, or you can see essence of grease but just not actually about, if you get what I mean, anymore. Whereas this one does look very grease. Don't follow me, I'm gonna take this gun down in a few days anyway and remove all the excess grease and like do a proper deep clean and re-grease. I just want to make sure that any kind of testing I'm doing or anything I'm doing with it over the next day or so is okay. I'm not damaging the gun to an extent that I've now broken the new weapon that I've got. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I should have took out tools, because now I need tools. Let me just use that. Don't be like me, use proper tools, because this is a brand new gun and I don't want to break it. So I just want to see that move. Yeah, so do you see, I want to grease in there a little bit as well. The good thing about this grease is it will naturally work its way every time that thing moves. Another thing is I'm definitely gonna upgrade that nozzle spring. I can see it's all right, but I don't need all right, I need great. A greatness we I look for, so I'm definitely gonna change that spring at some point. I've got some 150 golds and they're really nice springs. Make sure the hammer has a little grease as well. Another thing, it's the gun will spit back at you if it's soaking with oil. Again, because I know I'm gonna stress test it over the next couple of days. The wires I kinda pre-grease it like this because I haven't had a chance to grease it. Like, we are unboxing this together. It literally got delivered and I had to shoot out to work, so I was very excited. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get home and unbox the gun with my viewers. So yeah, she's back together. To be fair, she looks standard from the breakdown. I'm not sure what they're claiming is the custom shop, but I guess I'd have to go and look through a parts list to be able to answer that question. So I'd say anyone who wants to know what they've done customary compared to a standard 3.8 high Capa from Vorsk, just get a parts list up of them both and then you can compare what they've put in. Honestly, I didn't really care about this factor because I bought this gun knowing I was going to change the inner barrel and bucking and potentially over time the hop up and potentially over time, well, not even potentially, I'm definitely going to do this, the nozzle and the housing and the recoil, not the recoil, the nozzle spring as well. So because for me, those are any high Capa that I buy, I'm more buying the shell. I know already what I want to do to the internals because I found a little formula that works for me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like every high capper I've got has that similar formula. They might not have the exact same parts, but the formula is exactly the same, because I'm trying to know that any high capper off mine that I pick up, I'm gonna achieve the same shot from the same type weight, because the range of weight that I use is from 2s back to 2.8s. I don't tend to use anything higher unless, like I'm saying, it's in this bad boy and I'm going sniping that day with a pistol. Do you get what I'm saying? Then I might run a 4s or 3.6 or something, because I want the little extra distance out of the weapon. Yeah, like what can I say? Like, to be fair guys, I feel like this is gonna be like the AR-15, where I had to give you videos about it over time, because apart from a chrono and like I just done a breakdown, all I can say is I really like it. Like, it feels and looks better than a standard high capper 3.8. So it's like you already feel the part, and I'm gonna shoot it and we'll see how I feel about accuracy and stuff. But obviously my targets ain't mad far away in it, so I said to you, I'm gonna have to take this out on Sunday with me. Maybe the next time I go CQB, run it for 2-3 games, and then I'd have the ability to compare this to, for example, something like my main gun, and then I'd start upgrading from there, because I've used it in a gameplay environment and seen how it's performed. But initial ideas, like, I like it. It sounds nice. The release, I love what they've done. Whatever they've done with this new release system is much better than the old one, because the other button, I don't know, the other button just felt heavy at points, and at points it felt warm, whereas that feels really nice. It feels like a really nice process. Plus the flared mag well, it does make for quick reloads even without looking, because for example I'm reloading without necessarily looking at the gun. So I'm looking away right now and I'm still able, because there's a mag well, from you make it to the mag well, you can kind of roughly line it up and you're good to go. So yeah, they've done something right there. And it just, like, honestly, it feels so lovely in the hand. I feel like it's the size though, because I love how a high capper feels anyway. It's almost like they're built they're built for purpose. They just feel like they're meant to be there. But like I said, with this, it feels like I'm holding a damn rifle. The thing is so long, whereas with the shorty, she just feels like part of me. Does that make sense? Whereas with something like this, you're aware you're holding a whole gun. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas, yeah, like, she genuinely feels part of me. Yeah, with the extra mag, she does up in weight quite a lot, but I feel like that balances her out. And I've got her, let me load some V8 quickly. Load some V8 and see. And you know what, let me actually put some 2.5s in a mag as well, because then we can chrono this bad boy quickly, and then I'll do a quick accuracy test as well. So yeah, let me grab some 2.5s quickly. Or do I have 2s? Oh, they use 2s. Yes, they are 2s. Let's use 2s. I should use the tracer as well, you know, funny enough. But yeah, do you know, I think I might chuck the tracer on it then. But yeah, I should use a speed loader, don't judge me, but to grab out extra things unnecessarily is just a waste of time. I'll be better prepared next time, peeps. It's just because I wanted to do this video for you guys. I know me, I'll start using a gun, then it won't get unboxed properly, and then before you know it, I'm upgrading it, and then I won't be able to tell you guys anything about the stock weapon, because I've already upgraded things. So it's why I was like almost like desperate to get this video done today, at this point of the day as well, because I know me, by the time I've gone out and come back home, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna change that, I'm gonna change this. I might even also go to the range tomorrow, and by the time I've cycled it 2 or 3 mags, I will know. I will know, because like I said, I've had so much of these Vorsk high cappers that you kind of just know when what you want to change and why for after the first like 100 or 200 rounds, because you're like, you know what I'm trying to say, you're experiencing it, accuracy, response, how consistent it will hit that same place shot after shot. Is you need to take a pause? Like, all these things are so relevant. So how much have I got in there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Okay, so don't be like me and put 25, because you're just gonna mash up your spring. It's meant to hold 22, I think it's 22 or 23 rounds. We're just gonna charge one, put one in the chamber. Just make sure it retains, because sometimes them buckins are trash, so it has retained, which is a good start. Because then if you have a look, there's one in the chamber. Flick that onto safety. Let me grab a tracer quickly, because I would like to, do you know what, before I use the tracer, let's chrono her quick and we'll see what we're dealing with. Give us 2 secs, people. Okay, 2.5. Let me change the ammo. 2s. That's what we want. 2s. Okay. So I'm not sure what this is meant to chrono at, so don't judge me. Okay, 266, which ain't bad, because the gas is almost finished. The gas I'm using isn't at its prime state where there's bare oil in it and stuff. Like, it's actually quite low. So 266, I'd reckon this with a full gas of V8, it probably would push 2.8. I'm guessing 2.8, 290, 280, 290, because this is a low gas. So let's keep going anyway. Second shot. I like the travel. Oh, 266 again. Wow, consistent, very consistent. Wow. Okay, one thing I do like so far, even though I've only taken 2 shots, is like the travel on the gun is quite nice, and you're aware you're shooting something. It reminds me of a Glock. Like, my Glock, when I shoot my Glock, it kind of has like this recoil, like that. I feel like this is outputting something very similar, which kind of makes you feel like you're shooting a real weapon. I really want to see what this does shoot like on HPA, so that might be something for over the next couple of days. I think I am going to go range tomorrow, you know, and just try a thing, because I would like some answers. But yeah, like it feels really nice. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that might also be where my other 5.1, like I'm saying, is much longer. So the recoil, well, now they're side by side, it doesn't look that much longer, but in reality, that's quite a lot of barrel space, to be fair, with a pistol, because my barrel ends here in this one. In this one, my barrel ends here. So that's quite a lot, like, if you actually think about the grand scheme of stuff. But go on, let's keep chronoing. Two, 5, 6. Wrap that one down. Which for me is still consistent, because that's only 10 less, and like I said, the gas is trash at the moment, so I need to redo this test with a full thing of gas. 255 again. That is so consistent. That's probably the most consistent gas gas pistol I've seen straight out of the box, because that's more consistent than the 5.1 was doing. When I first got the 5.1, it was hopping all over the place. 286, 245, 256, 289, 2. It was just hopping all over the place, which in a grand scheme is kind of wavy if you're just spamming your trigger and like spray and praying. But at the time I was trying to build a weapon that was a precision weapon, where it's like 1, 2, I've hit him. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I didn't want to spray 15 shots just trying to hit one guy, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I get out of this bad boy, especially with like something like 2.5s. you get less flyaway. But let's go again. I think let me get at least maybe 2 to 3 more shots, and then I'll do an accuracy test, and then we'll close this. Well, I've still got to go show you the CO2 mag, and then we'll close this one up. 261, 254, 261, 254, 261, 254. For me, I'm happy with that. It's a short ass pistol, and it shoots consistent, and it's under the range that a site can complain about it. So I'm like, you've ticked my boxes. Plus, I'm gonna run it HP adapter anyway, which means that I won't have to worry about that because the PSI will be controlling how much output I'm getting, so I should be alright. Let's have a look. And you fit the adapter. She actually looks pretty with the adapter as well. Mad thing, sad thing. She looks real pretty. I think you've inspired me to start buying black guns. It's my first full black gun. No, tell a lie. The SSP2 was full black as well. Oh yeah, my second full black gun. Oh, pistol. I've had like rifles and stuff that's full black. Yeah. So she's compatible with my CTM adapter, which is a good sign. Let me see if she's compatible with the MP5 adapter as well. MP5. Ooh. Okay, she does. Okay, you just have to slam it in. I think I like her more with that though, because it's kind of like nothing. It's there. You can just, yeah. That's nice to know, because essentially those are the pieces of kit in gameplay I would potentially need to rely on to use with this pistol. So that's compatibility is always a big one for me. So that's nice to know she's compatible with CTM mag and an AirTac MP5 mag. To be fair, there's not much more I can do apart from an accuracy test and show you the CO2. So let's go over to the CO2 thing, and then we'll do an accuracy test, and then I'll wrap this up quickly. I'm quite pleased. So CO2 mag, standard Vorsk packaging, you know, Vorsk little cardboard thing. What you get in there is the mag. So similar to your other mag, it's got your release valve at the back. The underneath would be different though. Where you have an air fill on your standard mag, you would just have an Allen key slot to secure the capsule in here once it's in there. It does have a similar release function to take off the mag plate, so I can't even change it though because I don't have a mag plate that's the same as that, so I'll change it at some point, or I'll just spray paint it. First idea, she just seems like a standard Vorsk mag, to be fair, just with the cutout. So I think what I'll likely have to do is, then obviously it comes with the Allen key, which is nice, because I have seen companies who send you the mag with no Allen key. They expect you to have your own. So obviously that's the way it works. It loosens one way and then tightens, and then obviously loosening moves that plate down, which allows you to put the canister in. I haven't greased this mag or anything yet, which I should in theory do, but I don't want to open the canister yet because I'm not ready to use it. I'm just going to chuck it in so you guys see how it works. And next time I hope they don't use masking tape, because this is a nightmare trying to take it off. So I'm actually going to email them about that and just say to them thanks, but next time don't do that please. Okay, so obviously you'd get your canister. I believe they're all the same. 12GR CO2 cartridge. Okay, so yeah, you're probably looking for 12GR. I just got the standard power source, if you get what I mean. I didn't want anything too crazy. Then you'd line that up. I'm not gonna push it in all the way, but I'm just gonna line it up and kind of get it to seat, so when I'm ready to use it, it's kind of in there and won't move about type thing. So then as I turn it, that plate goes up, and like you can see, it seats the capsule in place to get pushed up, and then eventually it will burst it, which allows the gas to flow through there so that you can shoot your mag. I'm not gonna do it right now because the aim wasn't to do it right now. The aim was to just have it there just in case. So I'm gonna keep that to one side because I'm gonna need the Allen key. And you know what, let me leave that outside of the bag. And then let's try it in there and see if it seats alright. Seats perfectly. I'm not gonna attempt to shoot it because I don't want to break my CO2 capsule, but I guess those are my two main mags for the moment. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, so guys, so far so good. I'm actually really pleased with this weapon. You know me, I'm gonna try my hardest not to spray paint it because I just don't feel like it really needs a spray paint. But at the same time, yeah, I feel like I'll leave the spray paint. The most I'll do to this is internal work, because internally I'm sure there's stuff that needs upgrading, do you know what I'm saying? But through and through, feedback from today, I'm pleased with her. I'm gonna do a quick accuracy test just so that I can even gauge where she's at right now, but I don't even want to rank her too high and then she's shit when I take her out to the range. But
hate me, the girls got me on replay. Now my numbers be climbing, I keep it steady grinding, claim they got my back. I dropped my music support, never found it. God the greatest, my kids return back home. I nearly lost my mind, but that ish gave me backbone. Through the absence I learnt about Job, patience.